Hi, it's Mrs. R again. So this is number 1 from the list of problems you should have started on your own. Remember, the first thing we should do here is label our triangle. So I'm going to first start with my hypotenuse. I'm going to look for my right angle, and then I'm going to choose my side directly across from it. So my right angle is right here, which makes this side my hypotenuse. So I just write hypotenuse. Okay, and then my next step is to label my adjacent side. So if you look at your triangle here, the angle that is given is our 20-degree angle, which is located right here. And then the side that is helping form this angle is our side with our X on it. So we're going to go ahead and label this side adjacent. And now we're ready to label our remaining side. So we've used our hypotenuse and we've labeled our adjacent side. That leaves the opposite side. And now we are ready to determine which trig function we need to use in order to find the value of x. So in order to do that, I'm going to write out SOHCAHTOA. And I look at which sides are labeled on my triangle. So I have my 8.7 centimeters right here along this side, which is my hypotenuse. And then I have my X labeled right here, which is my adjacent side. So that means I am looking for the trig function that uses the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So I'm looking for an A and an H together, which leaves me with cosine. So that means when I go to develop my equation for solving for the value of x, I am going to use cosine for my function. So I just go ahead and write cosine of 20 degrees. And that's going to be equal to my adjacent over my hypotenuse, which would be x over 8.7. And then I go ahead and I put cosine of 20 degrees over 1 so that I have a nice proportion to solve here. And now I'm ready to cross multiply. So I'm going to do 1 times x, which is just x. And then that's going to be equal to 8.7 times the cosine of 20 degrees. Now the beauty of this equation is x is already by itself, so we are ready to go ahead and put this whole thing in the calculator. But before you do that, make sure that your calculator is in degrees. And if it's not, then go ahead and clear the memory of your calculator so that it's in degrees. And you're just going to push in your calculator 8.7 and then times and then cosine of 20 degrees. And then you're going to hit equals. And when you do that, you should get x is approximately 8 and 18/100ths. Now, when you look at your original problem here, you have this triangle right here, and what do you notice about this measurement right here compared to this measurement right here? What are we missing for our final answer? I hope what you said was centimeters or units, because that is what we are missing. We need to put our units in there. So go ahead and write centimeters. And now we have completed the problem. There you have it. That is your answer.